All right, today's lesson is 1.3, Order of Operations. If you wish to follow along in your textbook, it's on page 16. Please have a notebook out. And today's lesson is we're talking about order of operations. And order of operations are rules set up by mathematicians so that problems can be solved on a consistent basis in the same way so that you can get the correct solution. And the easy way for me to remember order of operations is PEMDAS. And PEMDAS stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, addition or subtraction. And one of the things that I want to point out is this or and this or, because people who don't understand order of operations usually get hung up on these two. And the way that we go through order of operations is we solve the problem from left to right, and you scan the problem each time you start the problem from the top of PEMDAS to the bottom. So we're going to scan the problem for parentheses. We're going to scan the problem for exponents. Then we're going to scan for multiplication or division. So whichever one of these comes first from left to right. And then we're going to scan for addition or subtraction, whichever one of these comes first. So depending on the problem, you might do your division before you do multiplication, or you may do your subtraction before you do addition. So it's whichever comes first from left to right, parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, addition or subtraction. All right, so here we've got a problem, and we need to evaluate 3x squared plus 1 when x is equal to 4. So the first thing that I would do is rewrite this so we get a complete understanding of what this problem is 3 times, and what is x? X is 4, so I'm going to grab 4, squared plus 1. All right. So let's use PEMDAS. Are there any parentheses from left to right? No. Are there any exponents from left to right? Yes. So we have to take care of that first. 4 squared is 16. So our problem now becomes 3 times 16 plus 1. All right. What do we do first? We're going to use order of operations. Parentheses, no. Exponents, no. Multiplication or division, yes. We've got 3 times 16. And 3 times 16 is 48. So we do 48 and 48 plus 1 is 49. And so you can see if we did not solve this problem using PEMDAS, or order of operations, we would not have come to the conclusion that the answer is 49. All right, here is a typical problem that seems to cause some problems for some of the students. If you have order of operations and you have a division problem, students are saying, well, what do we do first? What do we do first? Because this division is in PEMDAS, but they don't know where it comes in. And so what I would suggest is rewriting this equation, and I'm going to show you how to rewrite it. The first step in rewriting this is to realize that you have to do everything on the top and everything in the bottom. So grouping, you have to identify that there's two groups here. And once you can identify that there's two groups, it's very simple to put the parentheses in and say this group divided by this group. Once you have it set up in this manner, we can go ahead and solve it using PEMDAS. First of all, Are there any parentheses? Going left to right? Yes. Which parentheses do you do first? The first one that you come to. So 7 times 4 is 28. And we'll put in our division sign. Next, we want to look at the second set of parentheses. And within the parentheses, we do PEMDAS again. Okay, are there any exponents? Yes, so you have to solve this part first. So this would be 7 squared, or 7 times 7, which is 49. And we have 8 plus 49 minus 1. No, this still has parentheses on it, or it should. Let me put them back on. So we're still working within the confines of the parentheses. Going left to right. Exponents, no. Multiplication, no. Division, no. Addition or subtraction, yes. So the first one we do is 8 plus 49, which gives us 57. And then we have 57 minus 1, which is 56. All right, but now we have to do 28 divided by 56. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just highlight and delete all this, and we'll put 56. All right. And we find out that 28 divided by 56 is 1/2, or 0.5. So your homework for tonight is page 19, 14 through 42 even, 50 through 52, 56, 67 through 72 all, and a possible quiz for tomorrow.